Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters. We're going to talk about how to brand your own paper. Let's get here, 11 by 17. And this is because if you like a certain paper, you can buy that paper, you can buy blanks of that paper, and you can put your own border on there, especially if you're doing your own comic books, you want your own your own company logo, like Marvel and DC, they have their logo on their board. You can put your logo on your board as well. First off, you're going to create this, and you can do this in Pixelmator Pro, Photoshop, Clip Studio, any of your major programs. You can do this, okay? And this is for a traditional American comic, so keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that you're obviously going to need a printer that can print 11 by 17. Those printers are actually decently inexpensive now. Back in the day, they used to cost a decent amount, but you can get one for about $250, $300. The Brother and Epson printers are pretty popular, so you may want to check one of those out. I'll put an affiliate link for the one that I use in the description. Obviously, if you're doing your books digitally, you don't have to worry about printing this out at all. You can just set it as a background layer. So you're going to start out with an 11 by 17 page. You're going to go up to the image size, and you're actually going to change it. And you're going to change it to 10 by 15. You see already here it says 15.45. You're going to turn off this proportional scaling. It says scale proportionally. You're going to turn that off, and you're just going to go to 15. 10 by 15. That's going to be your main border. So bam, right there. So what we have here in Pixelmator is stroke with brush, and that is under the format tab right there, stroke with brush. And what that does is it makes a line around the thing that is selected. And you see it's on 7. We're going to turn it up to about 15 right there. And you see I already have my non-photo blue. You know what? Let's turn it up a little bit more. 30. Do we want to do 31 pixels? You know, let's stop at, what's this, 28? Let's try 25 and see what that looks like. 25 pixels. I like that. So we're going to do 25 pixels, and that stroke is going to be 25 pixels wide. Okay, we're going to hit apply. Command C to copy. We're going to hit our paint bucket, and we're going to hit X to go back to white, and we're just going to make that whole space white. Now this is what we're going to do. Go back to our image size. We're going to do the same thing. Turn off proportional scaling. Go back to 11 by 17. Boom. And now we're going to hit Command V, and we have our border here, right? Okay, so we're going to get our border right in the middle. All right, now you see the border's right in the middle there. So we're going to slide it down. So we want to get this to be about 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters from the bottom. So I'm just kind of eyeing this right here. So I'm going to do it like this. It really doesn't matter as much as long as you remember that this box right here is your main box. Okay, so you get that there. All right, now what we're going to do is make an internal box, an interior box. And that interior box is going to be, see, we're going to get a new one here. And you can make your sizes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 9.5 by 14.5. We're going to do that. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to go and do Command A, go back to stroke with brush. This time we're only going to do 1 pixel. And I'll tell you, show you why in a minute. But 1 pixel, we're going to hit that, hit apply in my program. I don't know if you have to do that in yours. And then we're going to, again, copy, Command C, and we're going to paste it. Okay? So you want it to line up, but you don't want it to overlap. You bring it down a little bit, and then there we go. So you want to get it in the middle, right? So it lines up around all the sides there. So you want to get that in the middle. So the next thing you're going to do is get a new one again, and this time you're just going to do 9 by 14. All right, same thing. Command A. You're going to go to your stroke with brush. You're going to keep it at, was that 7 again, so you're going to bring it back down to 1 and apply. Command C to copy. And let's see, went to the wrong one. All right, same thing. You're going to go right back here, put it right in the middle. Make sure it doesn't overlap the other one. All right, so zoom in to make sure you have 1, 2, 3 lines. All right, so you have 3 lines right there. Now, this is going to be your bleed line here. You want your art to go to the edge of the page. You need it to go past this line right here. So it's going to go past this blue line. Everything else stays inside this blue line. Your words, text, things that you want to make sure don't get cut off should stay inside of this line. But this right here, this is your trim line. So if you've seen comic book paper and stuff, you know how this goes. All right, so your trim line and everything, your words and everything should stay inside this line. Your art should go to this line, but remember, you don't want anything here that's going to get that might get cut off, because this, as it says, is your trim line. Now all you have to do is add your logo. I already have this ready to go, so I'm going to do a Command C. We're going to go back and do it right here. So put it right there, and just pull it over till it lines up right there. All right, and maybe you want to pull it over here. All right, so bring it down a little bit right there. And now you have everything set up, and I'm going to show you how this will work. All right, you're going to merge this into one thing. All right, now you'll notice you have a bit of space at the top. And if you look at this kind of paper, normally there's instructions on the bottom that says how to do a 2-page spread and things like that. You don't really need that on your paper, so you're going to have that space at the top. If you want, you can just make your logo or whatever bigger, make the information at the top bigger, however you want to do that. That's up to you, but this is your paper, so you can do it how you want to. Make sure that your blue up here is the same as your blue down here. All right, so the way you do that is you're going to change the colors, and you'll see if it's necessary. So you're going to change this into this. Now the reason you do that is to make sure everything's the same color, because you're going to need to do that later on when you're doing your book. And we're going to get down here. All right, so now you're ready to save and print this border onto any paper that you want, as long as it will go through your printer. I've gone as heavy as the Canson XL watercolor paper, and that's fit through my printer. The Strathmore 300 series and the Canson Bristol board also fit, go through my printer as well. Your art is going to actually be over these 2 thin lines. I actually got this from Canson. The way they do it, Canson, in my opinion, their borders are some of the best. And the reason is because when you draw over them, it's very easy to get rid of the lines. So I'm just going to drop a panel on here and scribble some stuff real quick, just to kind of show you how to get rid of this line. And it's going to be very simple. You got your art, and you got some stuff in the background here. People are in the background. Hey! All right, so great. You got stuff back there. Okay, so you want these blue lines to disappear, because these scanners today, they're very, very good. They can pick all this stuff up. So when you actually have your finished product, if you're in Pixelmator, you're just going to hit A and then scroll down to your replace color. Now you could play around with the curves, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to replace color. So we're going to click the selection tool to get the color we want to replace. In this instance, the blue. And then you want to select the color you want to change it to, and that's going to be the white. And the blue will disappear. Now, if you notice an issue where your dark lines got a little bit lighter or something like that, then you can play around with your S-curve and things like that. But before you even start messing with the S-curve, try to go up and do your your try your contrast and exposure and see if that will get the job done first. So there you have it. That's how you brand your own board. So that's how you border and brand your own paper, and how you remove the blue line once you scan your art back in. Other than that, you guys take it easy. Nathan Brandon Masters. Don't forget, my comic book Cursorism, Communion of the Fallen, issue 2 is on Kickstarter right now. It's an NSFW urban fantasy comic created in AI. If that sounds good to you, link is in the description. Catch you guys next time. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn.